Okay, welcome back to part 2 of the end of the line for Chappel Station and the dismantling of my railway. So it's been quite a successful day, a bit hot and sweaty, been at it all day, and I'll spin the camera around and show you what I've managed to get done so far. So if you have a look around here, I've now, last night you'd have seen me stripping this area back, recycling all the rail from it, which is very successful. I've now managed to get the incline off and it's all pretty loose, to be honest. If I give it a shake, you see what I mean? And you can see how it's evolved as well, from what was a shelf layout into a full board, second board. There was another one actually on the edge here that I've already ripped off, that was the Fowler Road on as well. Then the corner one. And then I've managed to take down all this area now, it's all gone right round to the bridge. So all that's completely clear. Again, salvage everything I could from that, even the legs, all the wire from all the droppers and that, and even I've got a box, trying to find it, where is it? Oh, excuse the movement of the camera, but yeah, a box of all the brackets and screws and everything that's holding it all together. So yeah, that's almost ready to come off now, but I have got to the critical stage, because obviously even flexing that now moves this end, and this is the area I want to try and salvage. But I'll show you the challenge. If I take you underneath and you'll see how it's been built, you can start to see the layers there. And if I go right underneath, I don't know how much the camera will show, but it's a real hodgepodge. Look at that lot. Now somehow I want to try and get that out in one piece. And the same even with the river area. There's 2 or 3 planks all bolted together and inclines. So yeah, it's sort of been built very piecemeal, unfortunately. So I'm not quite sure how successful I'm going to be. We'll give it a go. It would be lovely to save that river, because I was so pleased with how it turned out. Even if I can only save that part of it. So my plan is to try and break it here and be able to take all the rest of this down. And then I can attack the corner. Maybe save, I'm not going to be able to save all of this, but maybe a little bit of the cliff face. I quite enjoyed doing the rock and that, and no doubt I'll have hills and that in the new layout. So if I can save some of that to recycle, that'd be good as well. And then try and get the viaduct out as well. So that's the challenge for the rest of the day and probably tomorrow. And fingers crossed, I'll be able to salvage quite a bit of it. And I'll speak to you soon and see how I get on. And there it was, gone. So as you saw from a few of those clips there, with the help of a trusty hand saw, a power saw and a drill with a screwdriver bit, I managed to pretty much remove all this side now. It's all out and that bit's out. So I now need to, again, this has been ballasted, even in the tunnel I ballasted it properly, which is probably a big mistake, but so I need to do hot water on that and get the rest of that track up. And then tackle this bit. You can see that I've got this side off quite cleanly. If I can do the same this side here, and then I just can't remember how I attached it to the wall. I know some screws, but whether I've glued it all as well is going to be the question. So whether it will just lift out once I do the cuts, or whether I have to rip it out. But fingers crossed, it's probably the bit I'm most nervous about, because it's the bit I want to save the most. But we shall see. And then over there, I actually did manage, quite pleased that I managed to save a lot of the cliff face. I was quite pleased with that, so I can probably reuse some of that again in the new layout, and a bit of embankment as well. It's all ripped out quite cleanly. So yeah, pretty good. So far so good. So now to tackle the river scene and hopefully take it out in one fell swoop, once I've removed all the track above it, of course. Fingers crossed, and let's see how I get on. So the good news is, after a bit of toing and froing, I managed to get the whole river section out all in one piece and undamaged. So I'm really pleased with that. That'll definitely go in the new chapel layout. And if I just spin you around, you'll see now that all the boards are down and out. I'm just left now with the original Chappel Station board where it all began 3 years ago. So yeah, I just need to now take some of the wires off, take some of the loose buildings off, and hopefully that board should all come out in one piece, because it's just screwed on buttons along the back. The only area that might struggle is in this corner where I built the little road seam, which I was quite pleased with originally because it disappears. I don't know whether that's coming out on the camera, but just a little photograph in there makes it. So yeah, not sure I'll be able to get that in one piece, but hopefully the rest of it should do. And then that's the layout pretty much removed. So let's get cracking with that now. There you go. That's now completely off the wall, disconnected. And actually again, that whole board pretty much came out in one piece. I just took off, spin you around, sorry, just took off some of the buildings. But other than that, it came away really simple. That's because actually that was the simplest to fix one, just with the buttons along the back. So now it's just a matter of tidying up the room, ripping off the paper, filling a few holes, and the room's back to normal. And packing away all this for its next adventure to its new home. Well, cheers everyone. That's everything done on a hot sunny day. Hope you can hear me alright. I haven't got my AirPods in, but hopefully the camera will pick it up. It might be too echoey, sound echoey even in this room. Now it's completely emptied, and I'm just sitting what's left of my model railway. It took 3 years to build, 3 days to take down, so can't be bad. So what's next for the channel? Well, obviously it'll be a while before I'll be able to get another railway up and running, but what I did think is I have been neglecting my rolling stock, because I'm always working on the actual layout. Even when I get new locomotives or new rolling stock, I just put them on the layout and run them. I don't do any weathering, I don't do any detailing. Some of the older stock could do with new wheels, could do some lighting. So there's lots and lots I can do to my existing rolling stock, so that when I eventually do get the new Chappel Station up and running again, my rolling stock will be perfect for it as well. So and actually I've not done any weathering the locos, so there's a lot to learn there for me as well. So that's my plan over the next few months, and to put out some videos of it as well, of me actually just working through my rolling stock once I get in the new house. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this takedown. It wasn't too bad. The hardest thing was removing the backing, because I'd wallpapered it to the wall. It was quite difficult to strip it off. That took almost as long as taking down some of the main bit of the railway. But it's done now. I filled it. I'm just going to put a bit of paint on it so it looks good for the new owners. And yeah, but pleased that I managed to save. I'm not sure if you can actually see it on the camera, but I managed to save, the main chapel area and my river and valley scene. And they'll definitely be making a reappearance, albeit properly changed to some degree. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see my future episodes. And thanks so much, and I'll speak to you again soon.